like very finely plastered. Now come over here. You see right here? This all has to be chipped off or it'll flake. If you don't chip it off and then spackle over, when you go to paint it, it's going to flake. So it all has to be scraped. So basically this is all freshly chipped. It takes a bit of time, but if it's not chipped right, when you go to paint, it's going to be disastrous. Because it's all going to just peel right off like butter and a knife. But anyway, cut a long story short, this here's all done, this whole seam line, and then over here. Now this I didn't get to yet, this has to be all chipped off, because this is a different whole ball game. But as far as the fireplace is concerned, I figured I'd hit that, and in around these corners right here, these are all packed up, they're all coming apart. I'm going to hit them. Now this is all glued, because what happened is, the ceiling was real loose here, and what I did was I continued screwing up, drilling some holes up in there, and what I did was I got some glue and I pushed it up in, and then what I did is I propped it and tacked screws all in it to hold the weight. And the same over here, I glued all hit and propped it up, but I taped this. This all has to be hit. So anything that you see glued that there was loose, but anything, it has to take time to dry. It's going to take at least a good day or so. But I hit that in the morning, first thing, with the bagger. But thanks to your son, he was helping me do a little bit of this and that, moving and stuff, so that was a blessing, you know. I'm just giving you the whole rundown on what it entails. The reason why I didn't quarter-inch sheetrock the ceiling, because it would have been too dramatic, because over here, I ended up coming in and I strategically figured it out that it wasn't going to work because of this hump on the wall would run it down beyond the molding the way that it's sagging here, so it wasn't going to work. So the alternative was I just repatched that real good, and you know, I'm going to coat that whole section and everything else is hitting. It took a little time because, you know, it needs to be, there's no point in just playing games and roughing it. So I'm going to try and do my best. I'm going to fix all these, like over here, I goofed all it up with glue, like in here, and I'm going to fix all that crack tomorrow. But I'm concentrating on the ceiling for now. And then me and your son's going to paint this fireplace all bright white, and we'll do our best, right, Ted?
Right.
All right, that's it for today. Basically, you don't want to put spackle here because it will just peel off. You want to get some adhesive. This is my method. Fix the hole because everything around it's loose. But don't forget to sandpaper the edges and feather them in. Stocky, get out of here. Because the spackle and that picture, make sure they're all finished off for all, you know, clipping purposes. So basically, before I put the spackle on, I'm going to keep it all locked together and bond it in so it doesn't come apart later on when I go to paint. Just a little bit, and then I spackle right over that. As you can see, this is dried out, so this is being spackled, but not a big lot, just a little trickle of a coat on it. It'll do the trick. Basically, that's about it. That's all I can tell you. You know, everything's work in progress. You know, it's happening. The ceiling's drying pretty nicely. I re-coated it, re-sanded it. You know, a lot of work. Better than taking it down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the progress so far, Mr. Harris?
I like it a lot.
Okay, it's coming along. You're inspecting this project as your parents is away on vacation, so we're home alone. Plenty of Coca-Cola and plenty of coffee, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. No electricity, but hey, who the hell cares, you know? That's the way it goes. But basically, this is it. So don't be like the clown and fool in Arizona that bought the house and fixed it up and it wasn't his. So if you're trying to do something, you know, in your own little project, this is how you do it. Keep it on the reel, you know? This is like old school. Later. Alright, good man. You're back on in the clock right now. Just touching up all the paint that I had put on earlier, going back over it again to try and get it straightened out. It's very confusing to figure out what the situation is. This is all glued and all tight, 20 minute stuff's on it, giving it another coat as we speak. You have to let it dry, sand out the rough edges, This is going to be the finished product. You'll see it in the morning. Right now, I'm getting off the clock soon, just hitting these spots. But everything turned out good. The wall's all tightened up. It's not shaky. It's not going to crumble. Everything's running smoothly. I just need to get an approval from the man on the lens right now. What do you think? Progress?
Progress, great.
Coming up, coming on. Look at the ceiling now. It's getting there. Little touch up here and there compared to what it was. Your parents will be impressed, I am sure. It's just taking a little longer than I predicted, but the hell with taking it down, you know. It would have been a nightmare. Fixing it and prepping it up as best as I can is good for, I'm sure that your mother and father will be very grateful, and I'm very grateful for the work also. The glue worked out like a charm, you know. It's like couldn't ask for better, you know.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the paint color? Pretty close?
I like it.
Yeah. I mean the one that you took. It's looking like it's almost the same color. Thank God, you know. How you got it without a sample? It's beyond me, you know. Was that lucky or was that just artist instinct?
Probably just artist instinct.
I would like to think so, you know. You ought to know your colors by now, yeah? Or you maybe have to find another profession, yeah?
Yeah.
See Twitter?
Yeah.
And you're on Twitter?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's good.
Oh yeah? It works out brilliant. Twitter's the way to go. It's all painted and how to respackle it all, so it's drying up pretty good. I just gotta get another fresh coat over it, and then I'll see all the indentations. And then I'll start doing the walls. It's a lot of work. But it's getting there, you know. Hopefully by today's end I'll be able to have the ceiling completed, you know, all but well.
Okay. Okay, now.
Trying to whip this into shape because it was so bad. I'm trying to just, you know, try and fat it in, you know, so when it paints up again, it's going to coat up a little nicer than it was because there's a wild big hump in this seam here. It's like virtually nearly impossible to get it out. But slowly but surely it's coming, you know. But I'm not going to get all stressed out about it, you know.
Alright.
Are you going to Twitter it up?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to leave with me now? I'm going just down the road. You can see some nice artwork. Do you want to come?
Let me get the footage in here. Let's see what he's got in here.
Alright. What did you get?
I got the fireplace.
Yeah, well, I coated that, but I mean, up above it has to dry and stuff, you know, so it's going to take some time for it to set off, you know.
Alright.
So I'm trying to put some 20-minute stuff on. Some places let it dry, and then come back and hit it, but most of the stuff's hit, you know.
Okay.
It's just a little bit of touching up to do here and there, you know.
Okay.
Bubble and that. But not everything's coming along quite nicely, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I can't complain, you know.
Yeah.
Everything's going according to plan. Get all the stuff off here. Why is it up? From the back up. The walls are drying and that there's drying again. So basically, you know, everything's running smoothly. So far so good. It's getting there. It's a little time consuming, but that's what it's going to take. Everything's covered up real good, the TV and stuff, so there's no dust. So far so good. We've got still a lot of work to do, but we've got the Thursday, right?
Yep.
So you'll give me a hand to put everything back in order, I'm sure.
I will.
All been well. What's for dinner? Finishing off the ceiling is a lot of work. Keep on having to coat it all, because it's spackle that 20-minute stuff is brutal all the gas. It shines through, you know. If you don't have the good paint, you know, this is a cheap paint. It's $39 fake young bullshit, you know. It ain't worth crap, you know. I wish I had got the good paint. It would have covered it up in maybe 2 coats, you know. But it is what it is, you know. I ain't complaining. I'm just grateful to get this much done. So far so good. The dust is all over, you know, which is the main thing. That thing was killing me without a mask. progress. So what you want today?
Well,
Are you on Twitter?
yeah.
Wow, I haven't seen the Twitter thing yet. I gotta check that out. I wonder 60 Minutes ain't running on about that.
Alright.